Welcome, everyone, to CVNN's coverage of the upcoming Scholar Council elections for the Pyrrhus Hive District. Anyone taking on this position will be facing an uphill battle, let me tell you. Poverty of every kind has struck the hivers hard. Gang warfare is endemic, and there have been reports of orcs, gene stealers, and other xenospecies that have been increasing their power in the depths of the Underhive. Because of these gang conflicts, corruption amongst Hive administrators, and a degradation of Hive infrastructure, grades and scholar attendance have plummeted in Pyrrhus Hive. 80% of the students we interviewed could not correctly identify iconography of the Emperor. 90% of students could not identify the sun, having never seen it before in their lives, and 95% of students fled the classroom through the ventilation system before we could ask our third question. How will these myriad of problems be addressed? Well, we have a long list of candidates who are promising the moon is elected to school council. I have in my hand press releases from different campaigns. I will read them, of course, provide my commentary, and then we'll hear from you, the people on the streets. If you have your own thoughts and you wish to have them expressed on this Voxcast, a small donation is all that we ask to help the Coram Pere Vox News Network stay in business. Naturally, we do not believe that paying the press in order to have your views expressed is in any way a conflict of interest. So, let us begin. Let's see some democracy in action. Starting us off, we of course are already somewhat familiar with Nota T. Ranid, who had a surprisingly successful run for the gubernatorial election. Nota T. Ranid, of course, is part of the Many Arms Party that has already spoken to the press, released a statement saying they're going to introduce prayer into schools, namely to the many-armed emperor, and they promise to raise the larval humans to full size and ensure that they are functioning at maximum capacity. Now, we're going to move on to the various and sundry different small candidates that have recently arisen, generally surrounding different sort of gangs and political entities within the Hive. Oh my goodness. It continued to make noise when I didn't want it to. Apologies. I thought they had that on auto stop. But continuing on with our coverage, the very first candidate is one known as Magnus. Magnus TR, I believe. In his statement, he says, quote, I am running alongside my party, the absolutely in opposition to Zinch party. We plan for many great things that are good for people at large, like teaching more about psychos, the warp, and the inhabitants thereof, and of course, how to make the most of bureaucracy by using it to your advantage. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain all of these things that he's discussing, but they sound like they might be a touch on the heretical side. We'll keep our eyes on Magnus TR and see how his campaign goes along. We'll see whether or not the absolutely in opposition to Zinch party is able to make a dent this upcoming election. Some may say you cannot allow someone with that sort of platform to be allowed to run. Unfortunately, with one of the quirks of democracy, we actually haven't made laws forbidding certain groups of people from being able to participate, whether they be convicted criminals or heretics or xenos. Well, we're still writing down laws and making these sort of things. Let's see. Right now we have Lord Rylands has arrived in the town square. He is on top of a rhino, flanked by Arbites, saying a Voxcaster, likely going to be. We haven't discussed Lord Rylands, but he is apparently going to run as well. We'll get to his press release when I reach it. Steel Agent Kane, of course, is here. Our reports say that he is attempting to prevent some of the violence that we saw last time during the gubernatorial election. Hopefully, there will be No, none of the Netherborn arriving to disrupt this democratic process. Next we have one known as Hive Tyrant, and we have his press release right here. Did somebody say hive? I'm running as an inconspicuous, hard-working politician with potential tentacle hand. Vote for me if you want 0 laws, 0 taxes, 0 crime, and 0 poor people. I think this may be very appealing to some in the very highest ranks of the Coram Peri nobility who would like to see a reduction in what they consider to be the surplus population of the hive. Next, we have one Julius Imladian. I, Julius Imladian, am running for planetary governor. Oh, well, he's running for planetary governor. He's a little late. We're running for Scholar Council. But he did submit his paperwork, and it otherwise is correct. I think he is simply operating under the misapprehension that this is for planetary governor. No. This is going to be dealing with Scholar and budget concerns and educating our young people. All right, here we are. We have Jack Maloon in the discussion again. He is now out and about, having recovered from Nurgle Pox. Remarkable that you are in the shape that you're in, Jack Maloon, but it is good to see you up and about and thoroughly and vigorously engaged in the civics and politics of Coram Peri 5. A salute from all of us to you. So, moving on back to Julius Imladian, he wishes to run under the Party of the Faithful. It is their goal to guide the people to the will of the Emperor and encourage new ideas and ways of thinking to create a safer environment for our children to show up. He states that his mascot is an actual Adepta Sororitas. We will be serving cheese bratwurst at the party convention. No doubt the populace of Coram Peri 5 will be rushing over to the Party of the Faithful Convention Center for these free cheese bratwursts. That doesn't say free, but he is serving cheese bratwursts. Cannot confirm. Initial reports say they are free, but we'll have to hear from Julius Imladian himself. Lord Rylands apparently is coming over to my Vox cast, and he, of course, is. I haven't quite gotten to his press release, but he does wish to speak. Let me just take that money from there. No conflict of interest whatsoever. All right, Lord Rylands, the Vox is yours.
Yes, as a candidate of the Optimates Party, I will eliminate art and music programs, as well as mathematics, science, history, and lunch. The children instead will do needless tasks while being electrically whipped.
There we have it. Edward Rylands of the Optimates Party on a platform which I believe he's also stated in his. I will go ahead and get to his actual press release. Edward Rylands has stated that if I am elected, I will make a solemn oath to use my office to embezzle all the funds and make the lives of our children educators worse. Thank you for your frank input, Lord Rylands, and good luck with the upcoming campaign. Is everyone having trouble hearing me? I have one person saying they're having trouble. Are you able to hear me? I can see if I can make sure everything is securely. I just wanted to check, make sure everything's coming in through and clearly. Is it ticking? Sort of a ticking? Is it still a problem? Sound is good? It could be an issue. I've had this issue with clean. All right. Is it still ticking? Some people are saying it's. All right, good now. Excellent. I think one of my connections was loose. Hopefully it was good that you mentioned that earlier and not that this wasn't going on for the entire time and I was unaware. Oh well. 10 minutes of crackling is not the worst thing in the entire galaxy. All right. So we've heard from Lord Rylands, of course. Now we'll move on to the next candidate. We have one Kitten. Kitten will be running for Scholar Council. We have his statement here. I, Kitten, will run for this position under the Golden Guardians Party. I'll put a focus on improving Quorum Pere 5 to Terra Scholar standard, instating self-defense classes as part of their curriculum, and improving the standard of living for the people of the Imperium. We can do this because we can cut through the red tape of the Administratum and have direct connection with the Adeptus Mechanicus. That is a bold statement from Kitten. We will see if there's any sort of Administratum pushback, but a great number of connections that Kitten claims to have. And hopefully this will help his campaign with promises to simplify the process. All right, we have Timmy the Tech Priest has arrived. He is at this point arguing with a known supporter of Tommy the Tech Priest. We can discuss them next. Timmy the Tech Priest actually had a somewhat successful write-in candidacy for the gubernatorial election. Was one of the came to fame and infamy in the Vote for Me or Die campaign, threatening to kill everyone if he was not elected. He has not killed everyone, but he has made good on his promise to cause mayhem in the various hive districts. Again, despite Timmy being a multiple-time convicted criminal, he is not barred from participation in the electoral process because we sort of forgot to make a law saying he couldn't do that. All right. He has two separate press releases. Quote, finally, I got an excuse to break out of prison and run for another political position. I will be running off my previous policy, but on a smaller scale, and I will also be introducing policies like teaching people things like the Emperor and Omnisire, how to replace a light bulb, and how to read and add one and one together. A bold and an impressive standard of education for the people. I have a loose connection again. It shouldn't be. I shouldn't have a loose connection on the... I might have bumped it. I need to move away from my box connection. I don't know how to make it stop, because if the only way one of the problems can be that this crackles, and the only way I can fix it is by ending the Voxcast and restarting it, which I really would rather not do. But if it's still having, it's not like it's plugged in. I can see it's plugged in. There's nothing. I might have bumped it. It's possible. How about that? Are we better now? It's fine. We'll manage. We'll manage. All right. We will. No. All right. I'm getting a thing that says my connection is unstable. We'll try reconnecting. I think this is an issue on the network's problem. I don't think this is on my end. Can we get some prayers to appease the machine spirit? Timmy the Tech Priest is here, as well as Tommy the Tech Priest. If you could, whatever you could do to appease the angry machine spirits, that would be most agreeable. I think this is on their end of things. All right, we have a concerned citizen coming up. Wearing a very not suspicious mask labeled definitely a Humie. But you, sir, you have now stuffed maybe a throne or two in my hand, and clearly that makes you someone who we should listen to. Go ahead, sir.
I am but an angered parent, and are wondering how we supposed to know the schools is teaching the smallest kids to be raised to not be kids.
An important question that many of the candidates will have to ask. So, very, very important. How do we make the small gits grow up so that they are not gits? That'll be a thing that our various candidates will have to answer. How do we make them not be gits? Thank you, citizen, for your donation, and thank you for your thoughts. We have another gentleman coming up here, ready to share his thoughts. He looks like he might be part of the ecclesiarchy. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Oh my goodness. There are quite a number of strange hooded figures lining the streets with drums and horns. Oh my word. Let us hear what he has to say. There we are, sir. Thank you for your donation. Have at it.
The only true candidate for the Underhive is our Mr. Nota Tyrannid. Vote Many Arms Party.
And once again, the Many Arms Party coming out in force, really trying to recapture the momentum they had going into the gubernatorial election. They have most of their support is in the Hive, so we will see if that support is able to continue through to the Scholar Council, of course. All right, let us finish. I was sort of interrupted in the middle of Timmy the Tech Priest's press releases. His second I finished the first one. The second one is Timmy the Tech Priest of Timmy's party campaigning to teach things in school like maths, history, and science as to make the populace slightly educated. He will also teach about the Emperor and the Omnisire, and will kill if he isn't elected. Vote Timmy for a tomorrow. Tomorrow spelled with 2 M's and 1 R. In direct opposition, another Mechanicus candidate has come forth. One, Tommy the Tech Priest, whose paperwork was submitted by a supporter. I'd like to submit Tommy the Tech Priest as candidate, as a candidate therewith the Prison Administration Party. If elected, they will get Timmy sent back to jail for framing them and improve the education system of Quorum Peri 5 to reduce crime. Certainly an important concern in the Hive. Crime, of course, rampant, as most businesses are unable to function in the Underhive. There seems to be a vigorous debate. Timmy the Tech Priest is vowing to have heretical teachers flogged, children taught loyalty. Rylands is going a step further, wishing to flog the teachers anyhow in order to keep them very alert. Right now, everything seems to be mostly peaceful as far as I can tell. There has been no outbreak of violence, and let us pray to the Emperor that we may have a more peaceful transition of power than we did the last time. Let us continue. We also do have Steel Legion Kane. We'll go ahead and skip to him. As he is here, we'll discuss him. He sent me a press release. Very brief, very taciturn, very laconic. Steel Legion Kane's press release reads as follows. Vote for Steel Legion Kane. I am running. Very strong words from a strong candidate with the support of the Steel Legion, and has made a number of connections and strong support amongst the military and PDF of Corrompere 5. Some criticism has fallen on him for his involvement in some of the violence that took place during the gubernatorial election, but his campaign has stated that it was all in the name of keeping the peace, which, of course, being a unit of the military, he is fully within his rights to do so. There seems to be a discussion, more vigorous discussion. Someone, I can hear Lord Ryland simply yelling, no more Ogrins, not this time. We'll see how things develop as discussion continues to be an important part of the political discourse that shapes Corrompere 5. All right, now this is another political entity from the gubernatorial election, had a reasonably strong write-in candidacy, but won Hawkins of the Scrap Hawk gang. I will read Hawkins' press release for me, sent to me. I'm running for school board. The Scrap Hawk gang has no idea what school board means, but if people are running for it, we want to get involved. But from what we hear, it means helping kids learn, so we will have our boys write down books to help with the process. And if our info is wrong, well, a fancy chainsword we found can help inspire them to think our info is right. For the Emperor, we put our trust in, but guns help too, especially in the Underhive. He said specially, not. I thought he was going to say specifically, but it is specially. No E. We have looks like Operation Boxtrot. Vote Lord Boxtrot, and your children will get a complimentary cardboard box. We have a new, perhaps a write-in candidacy, for I have not received any sort of submission or for this individual's candidacy. But there is nothing stopping anyone from starting a grassroots write-in campaign. We'll see if this gains any traction. And then we have an individual who has identified themselves as totally not treason. I, totally not treason, would like to announce I'm throwing my staff in the ring for this election. The Nihilak Party cares about education and museums. That will certainly be an interesting addition to the Underhive, possibly making it a center of culture for Corrompere 5 if an impressive enough museum can be assembled. Another one is crying out for Bobo for Schola governorship. Apparently, it seems that Tommy, the tech priest, is attempting to have Timmy, the tech priest, arrested Steel Legion Kane is maintaining lines, attempting to prevent any riots from breaking loose. We have a supporter for CHAOS, which we'll get to in a moment. I did receive their plea to be allowed to. Receive their press release. I will be reading that shortly. Why don't we skip ahead to that? Do I have that? No, here we are. I'm running. My name is Herr Ethic, a member of the Confederacy of Hive Allied Oligarchical Systems, CHAOS for short. It has no statement for what they wish to stand for, but their paperwork has been submitted. We will see if they're able to better communicate, perhaps directly to the populace. All right, we have Chapter Master Calinus Vintuli. Always good to see you, sir. And he wishes to make an announcement.
Apologies, good sir. We must address the people of this world. To the inhabitants of Corumpere 5, the Lamenters must continue to orbit this world until the heretics and Xenos are destroyed. Take care.
Very much, thank you, Chapter Master Calinus Vintuli. Always positive to have the Lamenters helping to maintain order and rooting out corruption in the form of Xenos and heretics. And then the rest of us will hopefully be able to combat some of the more regular kinds of corruption. So let us go up a little bit more. All right, we have that same masked citizen wishes to make an announcement as well. Go ahead, sir.
Vote the Green Party. All Gets will learn how to not be Gets and will learn the proper way to fight. P.S. We will crump all enemies.
There we are. There you have it. Words from the street, from the people, voting, claiming to vote for the Green Party. Let me see if I have the Green Party's statement. All right, here we are. We have one Green Party from one John Kerr, or Jon Kerr. The Green Party equals more darker, more teeth, and less gets. Straight and to the point. Oh, and here we are. This individual wrapped in a mysterious cloak, who I cannot identify, but is handing me a few thrones. Sir, feel free to speak.
I am Alfarius, representing the Alfarius Party. In regards of the not begets concerned, if elected to the council, we promise to implement mental conditioning to help students that fall behind.
Excellent. And can actually go and read the Alfarius Party press release, if that is acceptable to everyone. I am Alfarius of the Alfarius Party. If elected, we will be treated as all will be treated as equals. We will make sure that every man, woman, and child has a roof over their head, food in their bellies, because if we are Alfarius, so are you. All right. Excellent, excellent. When they continue in the order that we had been going, we have not. All right, moving towards. I'm trying because everything's going out of order. I'm losing track of where I am in my list. All right. This is an independent candidate up next. I don't see a stated party. I am running. My name is Mutant. I would like to do my best to increase the standards of living for those in the Hive. I would raise money by cutting back on purging mutants that are of no threat to us. We should instead focus on foul cultists that would seek to destroy us from within. So that is Mutant. Not really addressing the scholar needs, but seeking more to perhaps redivert money from the recent purges away from mutants, at least. It's not necessarily saying no Xenos and no heretics, but we'll see. That is a generally unpopular position. We will see how things go from there. We have a new announcement from the Many Arms Party. Go ahead.
The Many Arms Party and the Church of True Flesh speaks against all the godless machine candidates. We promise that all children learn what the Many-Armed Emperor truly looks like and how to read the true writings of the Emperor.
Oh, and standing patiently behind him is what appears to be a metal skeleton man with his head on fire. All right, I recognize it as Mr. Bonesley, who had a write-in candidacy earlier. Mr. Bonesley, you may have the floor next. Hey, it's me, John Mr. Bonesley. I'm going to teach you kids the right way. Proper math, real history, from what I remember, and much more. I'm going to raise the IQ of the general IQ by 20 points. Also, I now have a beard. Very unsuspicious of you, John Mr. Bonesley. Good to have you back in action. And I do believe I have his press release in. No, I don't. I don't believe I have. I think he has not yet. I have not yet received his specific paperwork. So if he wants to be on the ballot, he'll have to submit something. But we'll see if he's able to get more support. Thank you for your donation. We have someone claiming to be Bobo and have decided to throw my hat in the ring. I is qualified cause of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will see that kids learn this too. It seems that there may be. It may be that this is an Ogren who is also attempting to follow in Greg's footsteps and hold on to the position of Scholar Council, and he claims that he, or at least he's demonstrated, that he in fact can count to 6, which is staggering for an Ogren, as Deadog, most famous among Ogrens, and most intelligent that we know among Ogrens, was able to count to 4. This could really shake things up, for people do love a smart Ogren. We shall see how things shake out. All right, getting back to press releases. Let me see if I have a name on here, but apparently this seems to be by one B. Holder. I'm running as the chief representative of the Iron Souls Party, whose mission is to see that the standard of living increases for the common citizenship through economical reforms and examining how best the individual may live their lives in service to the Holy Emperor, beloved by all, so that the lost may flock to his light with the power of hope in their hearts, rather than simply doing so out of fear of damnation. Also, our secondary mission is to be the trailblazer for reform with the Imperial Guard. May they ever strike fear in the hearts of the deviant by replacing the standard issue flak armor with human-modeled power armor, so that they may have better chances of dashing the enemies of man. Praise be to His Majesty upon Terra, and may the light of hope forever be carried against the night. Very big promises from someone running for Scholar Council. It would be interesting to see how one B. Holder is able to accomplish these things, but as everyone knows, promises made by politicians are some of the most reliable promises that have ever been made since, as far as we know, Greg has not broken any of his. There we are. Now let's see. We have one from Eric Rayner, seems to be running as an independent. He states, I'm running. If I win, I promise to provide regular artwork for No Man, a minimum of 1 drawing per week. I will also legalize sentient mushroom and fungi consumption. And Eric Rayner seems to be... There he is. He's also found himself a soapbox. We'll see. He did not run in the gubernatorial election, but his artistic stance could be popular among the various bohemians who have taken up residence in some of the cheap housing on the edge of the hive. We'll see if that ends up paying out for him. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's see if there's any what's going on in the streets. And we have a very unsuspicious sort of slouched figure who's coming up here, also hooded and cloaked, a little bit on the hairy side, a very impressive nose on this one. Go ahead.
Disagree with many things and plain things. You know not how to be coward vermin, or how many horns the great horned emperor has. At Squeak Academy offer more better learning and food. Yes.
Thank you very much. Very unsuspicious fraught. The representative of the Green Party seems to have some sort of rebuttal.
The Green Party will also teach just how green the Emperor really is for our glorious Orcperium.
It appears that the leader of the Green Party has some sort of speech impediment, but I think he meant the Emperor, and maybe how good the Emperor really is for our glorious Imperium. We can ask for clarification on that as well. Totally not treason. I recognize the candidate. He has come forth, wishing to make a statement as well. Thank you very much. And go ahead.
The Nihilak Party would also like to add, kicking that barbarian, Orakan, and why you shouldn't take my things, to our promises. Also pickles. That's what you organics like, right?
A promise of more pickles for our students. That could possibly play very well with the various pickle monopolies that have begun to rise in power with the fame of the governor's predilection towards pickles and subsequent popularity among the people. So thank you, totally not treason. Moving on, we now have, here we have a representative for Nota Tyrannid coming back up. Go ahead.
The slanderous stories that there is a Xenos threat on this planet is nothing but a lie. But if there were, Nota Tyrannid would be the best candidate to protect our children from them.
Promising to protect the children from the Xenos menace is, of course, Nota Tyrannid and his representatives. Thank you very much. So we have one Malmorilwith Soul Crusher. I, Malmorilwith Soul Crusher, am running. We of the Black Hawk Syndicate care deeply about our future, and your scholar represents that. A magnificent institution bringing untold suffering upon your most frail. It has but one problem. Not enough drugs. Oh, my word. The Free Use Narcotics Party, or FUN for short, promise that if elected, we will grant your children 1 hour of truly eye-opening experiences every day. Vote Soul Crusher. Vote FUN. I think some of the chem gangs that might resonate, but I think other facets of society might object to subjecting children whose brains have not fully developed to various psychotropic drugs and various things like that. We will see how well that plays out. We have an independent candidate by the name of Turnil, who promises, vote for me, I will make Oculus Imperia and Luton part of the Schola Progenium studies. That seems to be Oculus Imperia, of course, a noted scholar, as well as Luton. We shall now see what that amounts to. All right, we now have John, Mr. Bonesley, coming back up to the Vox. Yeah, I'm now in the ballot, and I promise to ban narcotics. They're bad for you kids. Thank you, John, Mr. Bonesley, for your donation, and of course, good luck to you in your campaign. We also have, let's see, I'm running. I'm a retired sororitas. This one is Aurora Arnuvalde of the humble order Famulus of the Light and the Word, now candidate by the party of the most joyous fervor of our martyred sisters. In the case that I win, my first political move will be to propose a ban on cement live burials of students and their subsequent usage as construction material as a disciplinary action. Instead, such excessive punishments of the past will be replaced by much more bearable and humane ones, such as servitor conversion, archoflagellation, and, in the worst cases, penitent engine internment. So I think we have a reformer here in Aurora Arnuvalde, of course, of the Order Famulus of the Light and the Word. Hopefully we'll see what the most joyous fervor of our martyr sisters party is able to accomplish with this most progressive and forward-thinking measurements, really lessening the punitive measures that might be taken against humans, that might be taken against our children. Yes, we have looks like we have Fraught coming back up here to represent the Fluff Good Party Clan. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, Fluff Good Party Clan representatives guarantee buy daily premium mint cornstarch rations, expands brain, expands heart, reduce pain and suffering. Yes, yes.
More promises by the Fluff Good Party Clan. We'll see if that is able to really reach the hearts and minds of those dwelling in the hive. We have done Steel Legion Kane. I've already spoken of him. We have another. This received two separate press releases from them. And I will try very hard to read what they're saying. Humius is running for school board, and I will give the lil ones in big brains. All right. The second is as follows. Humius of the party of Big Brain Humies. Platform is the school. Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Unlike some of the candidates, Humius does recognize that he is running for Schola Council. He knows that that the school is the platform. Well done. Well done. Lord Rylands, go ahead. You have the floor.
Thank you. As a member of the Optimates party, I promise to ignore all pressing dangers and problems until they become a minor inconvenience to my self-interest. Then I will overreact with such a heavy hand, it will make things worse.
There we are. Ignore it until it becomes a problem, and then make it a worse problem by overreacting. Thank you as always, Lord Rylance. You a very interesting and always honest political figure. We'll see if he's able to make inroads with his promises of bold-faced corruption and deliberately enriching himself at the expense of both educators and students. All right, we have next one. We have, let me make sure, yes, I've already done Heretic, yes, of the Confederacy of Hive-Aligned Oligarchical Systems. Now we have, let me make sure, this is William Bowes. I'm running, representing the Servitor Party. Our policy on school boards is as follows. More prayer in schools, more cybernetics in our youth today. We want more servitors in the lunchroom, and all groundskeepers will be turned into Tractora servitors, which is essentially, for those of you who are not familiar, man-tractor hybrid sort of things. We want to turn our best and brightest over to the Mechanicus so that they can program servitors. We also believe in handing over our worst and dumbest to the Mechanicus so they can become a man-machine forklift hybrids, usually programmed by our best and brightest. Vote Servitor Party today. Now there seems to be a bit of a kerfuffle. Allegations around Steel Legion Kane. Timmy the Tech Priest is saying his speech has deteriorated, his low Gothic has deteriorated. Apparently someone's trying to check him for demonic possession. Apparently there seems to be a desire to focus on Steel Legion Kane, for he may be a heretic. Hopefully these accusations are proven false. All right, looks like our representative of the Green Party has come forth. Go ahead, speak your mind.
The Green Party will also give students the right to crump those filthy gits, rattlings.
All right, interesting. Given the status of abhumans as full citizens, the Green Party having a stance that advocates for legalized violence against rattlings, at least by students. We'll see if that is something that the populace has wanted all this time, or if this might swing against. Depends on how well rattlings, I suppose, are thought of by non-rattlings, but this has most assuredly cost him the rattling vote. We'll see if that pays off for him. We have Julian E.M. Farias, who states, I'm running cause I wanna. I will legalize fan animations of the Emperor because people want that. Interesting. Will hopefully the tangled web that is the copyright wing of the Administratum does not consume this up-and-coming politician who hopes to make changes. Though I don't know if Schola Council will have anything to do with that particular concern, but I'm not going to stop anyone from making wild promises. All right, we have, looks like we have one. This is Captain Brains Basher. So let's take a look at his press release. Ahoy, boys! I, Captain Brains Basher, shall be your boss. Am gonna get all dem gazinos crumped for good. And the other thing, the economy, it's gonna get rolling real good. So vote for me, or you're in for some good crumping. always good political tactic to threaten violence, a tactic pioneered from the earliest days of the Imperium. And it looks like we have Mr. Bonesley coming forward. Yeah, humans are humans. Vote Mr. Bones, and all humans and abhumans will receive equal education. Thank you, Mr. Bonesley. Your donation and input, of course, are always appreciated. I'm actually a bit of a remiss because I do have the press release from the Fluffgood Party Clan, which did make a bit of a push for a write-in candidacy for the gubernatorial election. Did not quite get the traction they might have hoped for, but perhaps they can parlay that into a strong position for Scholar Council. Their press release is as follows. I'm running Scretch, Zil, Zich, Tail, and the Fluffgood Party Clan nominate post Lock War Engineer Frot the Well-Groomed as candidate for Learning Council leadership. Chief of Pipe District Squeak Academy, Frot find many things no one else can. With him, lead in charge, explosions in academy reduced to only 5 per week, reliable, loyal for study learning programs, man things must send their litter spawn to Pipe District Squeak Academy. They help learn much unknown things. Lock War Engineer, Frot the Well-Groomed already look sniff into cases of sneaky mysterious clouds of green poison being vented into Underhive Burrow and ganger dens when other party clans try to assemble. Very strange sad. We try help any all other party clan supporters that know of incidents, please come to Warehouse Nest 13 in Pipe District to gift witness account for investigation. We try want open scene face collaboration help, so don't wear masks or cover hide face with anything. Come into Warehouse Nest and take deep big breath to appreciate the air fresheners. To any all who want to support help the Fluffgood Party Clan, visit Skiva Bar Den every Monday for deluxe meat starch rations. Worry, fear not, they are green glowing because of added vitamin supplements, also giving them a rocky flavor. Delicious great. If vote support the Fluffgood Party Clan in this and future elections, more rations, learning and weird stowed tokens for all will increase. Probably the longest of all of the press releases I've received, but it is certainly a thorough statement of their position and also of party credentials. Looks like we have Hawkins of the Scrap Hawk Gang. Go ahead, Hawkins. Oi, the Scrap Hawk Gang don't make promises, we make results. We want better life, for our gang code prevents political enforcement. Just chili fries. Thank you, Hawkins. And now we have Alfarius of the Alfarius Party. To my understanding, they're all Alfarius, so it might be confusing as to which representative I'm speaking to, but it's probably Alfarius. Go ahead.
The Alfarius Party will support an equal opportunity teaching for human and abhuman children.
So that's 2 candidates who have now officially stated that they will treat abhumans and humans equally in the education system, which could become a problem for Ogren education if Ogrens are kept in the same class. As a service to my own curiosity as well as service to the public, how would Ogrens be educated under the new Pyrrhus Hive Scholar Council administration? That would be the question that this reporter would ask of the candidates. But we can continue. This is actually we have one more candidate, and then I have another press release that is probably important to candidates. So let us go ahead and do that. We have one quote, I'm Pawn Grain, and I'm running for the Aqua Party with our platform called The Great Kindness. I will ensure that everyone can live in a stable, healthy environment. Pongrain apparently had looked a little odd when he delivered his press release. A little bit of a bluish tinge to him. Could not see a nose on his face, but it might have been a mask due to the increased pollution and propagation of Nurgle-pox recently. And then for a final press release, which does not specifically state that this individual is running for office, but is relevant to people who might be running, this is an official release from the PDF. The PDF would like to elect the highest bidder to represent and lead us due to our former commander forceful retirement bids start now. To begin to bid, the candidate must support the increase in the level of corruption in the PDF and the providing of medium quality food notes. Note some PDF have broken away due to this being corruption and breaking the law for funding and arming riots during the last election. To this, only 67.6% of the PDF vote would be considered. However, due to the fact that we like money and fancy armor, you will still bid full price. So a faction within the PDF is essentially offering their support for a price. Once again, Representatives Nota Tyrannid has this to say. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Nota Tyrannid shall make sure that all know of the many-armed party, no matter the background, in addition to special support groups for Ogren. No child left behind.
And now we have Mr. Bones Bonesley. I think he wishes to clarify his position on Ogrins. I mean, of course. For Ogrins, we plan to have special classes for them so that they can learn at their own pace without feeling discouraged by the other students. I feel like it'll be the best way. Thank you, John, Mr. Bones Bonesley. And so let us take a look and see how things are shaping up on the ground with... There has been... I have been aware of some of the arguments that have been going on. And something happened to Hawkins. Oh, I believe Hawkins went into Nest 13 in Pipe District. We'll see if there's some sort of political alliance between the Fluffgood Party Clan and and Hawkins and his gang, the Scrap. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on their name. I have his press release, so I should be able to look that up. My word, Scrap Hawk Gang. That's it. I blanked on the name. We'll see if there's some sort of political alliance between the Scrap Hawk Gang and the Fluffgood Party Clan. The question of, doesn't the PDF get paid by the government? It does indeed, but bribes are often considered to be part of their income. Oh, and Lord Rylands is clarifying, oh no, they get paid by the highest bidder usually. Makes sense. All right, we have a representative of it looks like Totally Not Treason is advocating for Felinids and Fox people. I believe they would be called Vulpinids, Felinids and Vulpinids, because he wishes to bring them here so that we can pet their tails. Interesting position. Hawkins of the Scrap Hawk Gang, of course, we're always happy to hear from you. Go ahead. Ogrins, it should be all right. We got a few smarty Ogrin pants. Also, I'm fine. The Fluffgood Party Clan hit me with a rock, and I left. Not fun. That could be devastating. An attempted alliance thwarted with an unfortunate bout of violence. We shall see what comes of it if these two political parties end up becoming rivals or antagonistic towards one another. But this certainly is not a good step in the direction of any sort of power consolidation between the parties. Tommy the Tech Priest, or at least his representative, is stating that is a lack of support for Vulpinids. Fox people sound like Xenos. We have enough Xenos. Many would agree with that statement. Steel Legion Kane is claiming to be master of the planetary defense force of Coram Peri 5. There are definitely different factions within the PDF, likely with different political alliances. Hawkins is declaring that he is allied with Steel Legion Kane as well as Timmy the Tech Priest. An interesting combination. Timmy, of course, expressing his desire for pickles, and who doesn't love pickles? Represented for the Many Arms Party coming forth once again.
I believe the Many Arms Party support and close relationship for the PDF's Gene Steel Appreciation Society speaks for itself, and we will, of course, provide double pay for all PDF who are members.
It appears that the Many Arms Party is courting a faction within the PDF. The GAS, of course, have stated their alliance with the Many Arms Party in the past, and if that faction grows within the PDF, it is likely that they will gain more support. We will see what sort of if this will show out in the polls. Jack Malone, a staunch civilian, always happy for you. It's a good thing that you have recovered. It appears that he is departing. Farewell, Jack Malone. Enjoy yourself. Recover, be well, and hopefully we will see you continue your participation in the political process. I think there are still discussions. Totally not treason states, oh no, these ones I made myself. If this galaxy will deny me cat girls, then I'll make them myself. Timmy's response, cat boys are better. It's a matter of opinion, I suppose. Hawkins asks a question of the Many Arms Party. How do they plan to deal with the Greenskin invasion and the zombies in the Underhive because they're still around? A good question. I don't know how much the Scholar Council will be able to militarily act, but everything has a military wing these days. All right, we have the Fluffgood Party representative coming forth. Go ahead.
That is slander, Squeak. Hawkins Thing was invited to Warehouse Nest 13 and offered a free premium ration. He stole it and scurried to cheat others. We offer positions and pay to PDF who support us. Yes, yes.
Thank you for that clarification, or at least the statement from the Fluffgood Party clan, who, as I mentioned earlier, does support Engineer Fraught, the well-groomed, of course. We have another citizen coming forth, little mechanical in appearance. Might be a representative of the Mechanicus. Go ahead, please.
We, the MYR party, will replace education with USB ports for instantaneous download information. We are not robots, by the way.
Most assuredly not robots. No abominable intelligences to see as far as the eye can see. Most assuredly a new, we'll keep that in mind. The MYR party making a push now. I have not received a press release from them, but that is not to say that they will not complete their paperwork to be full candidates. Hawkins, once again, go ahead. The Vox is yours. Gang rules. If you can't defend it, it was never yours. Thank you, Hawkins and the Scrap Hawk gang. Looks like we have Herr Ittic. He has returned. He said he was almost shot by accident on his way here. Greetings, Miserere Nobis. Always good to see you. Hawkins thing admit confessed to crime. Many daggers, bullets into his back tail, flay his hide. It appears that the Hawkins Scrap Gang and the Fluffgood Party Clan may come to all-out armed conflict. Hopefully this will be resolved, but we shall see. Of course, we have the representative of the Many Arms Party coming forth once again. Has gotten a lot of speaking. Perhaps they will be able to maintain their control over the Hive, and we will see if they'll be able to consolidate by taking the Scholar Council position. Go ahead, please.
The Many Arms Party will, of course, push the correct students after graduation to join the PDF and fill high-ranking roles. Then they will, of course, deal with our enemies in the Underhive.
We have Pondgrain appearing, promising unbiased, truthful education. We'll see if that takes place. Miserere Nobis, go ahead. A suspicious green fellow. I apologize. Go ahead.
Row, row, row your chopper violently down the trench. Merrily, 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 all your copper gets.
Unsure of the relevance, but of course always appreciative of the donation. Best of luck to you, Miserere Nobis. Lord Rylands, angrily handing me more money. Go ahead, please.
My fellow Imperial citizens, if I am elected into the Scholar Board, I will increase grades and learning aptitude by simply lying on paper. The solution that will have the least consequences.
Thank you, Lord Rylands, for your input. Always appreciate your input. A veteran politician, skillfully applying his wares and making his case to be Scholar Council. There seems to be more arguing between the Fluffgood Party Clan. Hawkins demands to know what their position is with the Many Arms Party. The Fluffgood Party Clan is protesting the slander, the accusations made by Hawkins. Herr Ethic is now saying that he will add spikes and ancient symbols to all equipment to make troops appear more friendly. Timmy the Tech Priest, let's see. He is now calling out his opponents. He is challenging them into the ring for the championship belt and calling them cowards. Tommy, of course, is saying once again that Timmy is an escaped criminal. Please arrest him. Finally, a response from the Fluffgood Party Clan. Many armed things are incorrect, wrong. The Great Horned Emperor has normal paws. No one claim, and they're still debating about there's an argument about whether Hawkins stole something or whether the Fluffgood party clan attacked him or tried to do him harm. Lord Rylands seems to be approving of the Heretic's position on spikes and ancient symbols. Oh my. Heretic has outwardly said a name that I am not legally allowed to repeat. This could lead to some trouble. Oh, and in this, if there's now accusations of heresy flying about, this could be damaging for Lord Ryland's apparent approval. If this individual, if this heretic proves to be a heretic, who would have thought heretic would be a heretic? Now, there seems to be some violence, but not quite on the scale that we had seen previously. But I think I think we have heard from most of the campaigns. There seems to be still some arguments, some words being thrown back and forth, and of course we report on all of the juiciest bits when we're able to. Just want to give, if there are any other final words that the campaigns wish to say, they can say it now, but I do believe that we will be concluding this Voxcast somewhat soon. We have a claim that the Many-Armed Party is against all heretics. Lord Rylands is protesting, stating his bloodline is pure. He is peak inbreeding. We have a commissar emerging, apparently seeking out heretics. The crowd outside may get considerably thinner if we have a commissar seeking heretics. Oh, no. Oh, there's a correction. Heretic was speaking of corn, the agricultural product. Oh, hopefully that will sort things out. Eric Rayner is once again stating that he, yes, you understood correctly. If elected, I will legalize orc consumption. An interesting platform. It might serve well, encouraging citizens to perhaps hunt out Xenos that are hiding in the belly of the Underhive. And once we eliminate them, that will definitely help with the functioning of Hive Periscola. All right then. It appears that the argument is going to continue amongst the candidates. We will continue to send this live feed of people shouting at each other through the entire planet because it's what you vultures want for entertainment. And we have William Bowes hearing from the Servitor Party, which we had not yet heard from. The Servitor Party, go ahead.
The Servitor Party is putting its cybernetic hat in the ring. If elected, we will turn every lawbreaker, jaywalker, and litterbug into a cross between Robocop and a forklift. Vote Servitor Party today.
Thank you very much. Hawkins, it seems that he has a bit of a concern. Yeah, just wanted to let the viewers know we may get another bloodthirster. Oh, and I can hear gunfire in the background. We might have to wrap things up if things prove to get violent. Unfortunate that this had to occur during this Voxcast, but I do believe we are going to wrap things up. We shall see which accusations prove to be true, which ones are false, and definitely the fact that these candidates have given us money will not impact the bias of this particular newscaster. So I wish you all very well. We will have a full report on this, and we will see if we can arrange, if we can find the leading candidates. We will then arrange for a debate, and we shall see which candidate is the most popular. So I do thank everyone for their contributions. I would like to thank the different parties that have supported the Coram Pere V News Network. Thank you to, I'll just see if I can just go through everyone who has submitted. Thank you to Hawkins. Thank you, of course, to Totally Not Trazen. Thank you to Edward Rylands. Thank you to Eric Rayner. Let's see. Of course, Steel Legion Kane. Hare Etic. William Bowes. Thank you to the representatives of the Green Party. Scretch Zilzich and the Fluff Good Party clan, who have put forth Engineer Fraught, the well-groomed as candidate. Alfarius of the Alfarius Party, Timmy the Tech Priest, Tommy the Tech Priest, the PDF, and of course everyone else who has given their support. The Chapter Master, Calinus. Oh my word! My brain is in need of fine-tuning, I suppose. Chapter Master Calinus Vintuli, thank you very much for your support as well. Is there anyone I've forgotten? I think I've stated everyone who's been supporting. Miserere Nobis, who also seems to be of the Green Party. But thank you all for joining us here in this vigorous political debate. Our coverage will continue, and you'll hear the news that's newsworthy enough to be news. And that's news to me. Did I forget the Many Arms Party? The Many Arms Party, with Nota T. Ranid. Not sure how I forgot about them. They were actually the first ones to speak, mostly with support from Mad Beast Yeti has been the primary supporter of Nota Tyranid and the Many Arms Party. We'll leave it to you, Commissar, the PDF, the Lamenters, the Albites, and those of you who are tasked with keeping order. I will be signing off now. This is Dennis Anderson of the Coram Pere V News Network, or the Coram Pere Vox News Network. Best of luck to all the candidates. We shall see how this experiment in democracy shall shake out. Thank you all once again. And as always, Ave Imperator, for the Emperor. Whatever language you wish, High Gothic or Low Gothic, remember we always walk in his light. Farewell and good luck to all.